Um, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is. We hope you're doing well. Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Hey, it's not often that I'm struggling to find a thought. I can struggle to find words, but the thought is generally almost always there. But this is not the instance here. That is not what's happening. What's happening here is a realization of, just recognizing the difference in YouTube and the difference in certain personalities. We went to the Mike's Philippine journey, and I'll put his link down below. Shout out to Mike. Came over to the from the U.S. to the Philippines, as he does quite frequently, and he had a meet and greet here in Angeles as he was going to go to multiple areas and cities during his trip. Held it at the ABC Hotel, just quite frankly one of the best, if not, it is the best property in town for that type of thing. I watch his channel. Sometimes it confuses me, but oftentimes, like many other channels, I get information. One of the things that Mike and his channel often delve into is how to prepare people, because I'm not going to use the word expats, people, generally men, for their trip to the Philippines, whether they're in search of a vacation or whether they're in search for love or whether they're in search for a party. Doesn't really matter. The advice goes across. All of that said, I was looking forward to getting to see Mike and the others. I wanted to see what the mindset was behind the people that felt as strongly as they do about relationships in the Philippines and traveling throughout the Philippines in search of those relationships. I was disappointed. Yeah, I was disappointed, but not for why you think. Quite frankly, I was disappointed in myself. And I'm going to tell you why, and we're going to show you some of the meet and greet. So first off, Mike, my thoughts and Arlen's thoughts go out to you and your family. Unfortunately, Mike had a emergent family issue that literally stopped him pretty much on the way to the airport to get here. That being said, the meet and greet plans got canceled, but the meet and greet itself did not. And with everything going on, you certainly can't blame Mike for that. But I didn't know that. In fact, I didn't know until I posted a message in the community board. Hey, what time does this thing kick off? Anybody know? And that's when I found out. If you want to know more about that, you can go to his channel and you can ask him about it if he wants to talk about it. But again, Arlen and myself, our thoughts definitely go out to you and your family. So what am I going to say? Well, I wanted to use this. I thought to myself, I'm going to come up with some great clickbait Mike has a good sized channel. I mean, and I'm going to pick up some views. I'm going to get some clickbait out there and really, I'm going to have something to talk about. That's not the case. There is no clickbait. Let me tell you what I did find. What I ran into were intelligent, articulate people that did not at all portray what I thought I would find. Let me tell you what I thought I would find, because this may interest you. You may want to follow his channel just because what I found wasn't exactly what I thought I found. First off, I thought I would find a lot of passport bro conversation. No. In fact, I didn't have a single conversation about passport bros because I'm still confused about passport bros. I'm old. And for me, I've been traveling around the world since I was a young kid. All right? So I don't get the concept exactly of passport bro. I've always done what I wanted to do. So I never have gotten the concept of making a choice. So I didn't quite understand that, but I thought I was going to hear a lot of it. I thought I was going to hear the unfiltered part of it. I did not. Not at all. What I did hear, and what was amazing to me, because we'll divide this into like two groups. And it wasn't a large turnout, because by the time it came around, people were finding out it was semi-canceled. What I did find out, and what was interesting, was there were people there who had experiences to share and get advice about. And what I did find there were people with experience that turned around and shared information. It was nice. I mean, you were able, it was a meet and greet, hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. The usual stuff. But as time went on, the normality of it came exactly into play. And I have to tell you, a big thanks out to two individuals that redefined in my mind what Mike's Philippine Journeys channel is about. Young guy, Mogman Nate. Really interesting guy, funny, but at the same time, articulate, speaks what's on his mind. There's no doubt at all. But he delivers it in a very, very reasonable way. I won't say professional, because this was all casual. Okay? There's nothing prepared in speeches here. Then Miyagi. I'm going to tell you, Miyagi was very interesting. Only because if you look behind the page, if you look past the cover of the book, there's a lot more to this gentleman than meets the eye. I got no idea anything like that. I can tell you that I would venture to say that Miyagi has a very interesting history. He has he has the ability to have an incredible, I guess, knowledge of the Philippines. He's Filipino, born in the Philippines, raised for a period of time in the Philippines, been back and forth. His family's Filipino, they're in the Philippines. I would venture to say that Miyagi has a lot that he could share. All right? I think you would have to get to know him for him to share a lot of it, but I think he's probably an interesting guy. Nate's wife. My wife met her and spoke with her. Charming, sweet young lady. Beautiful, of course, as most Filipinos are. Very, very charming. Miyagi's partner, who's getting ready to actually start a new career. Very, very charming, beautiful, sweet. They knew each other, but they didn't exclude my wife from their conversation whatsoever. And then, my wife, that's a whole different story as well. Because my wife, I really did not think that this was something I wanted to put the effort into, because it wasn't going to pertain to anything I really wanted to know deeply. I figured I could get some info, get in, get out, and be done. So I didn't even bring my wife. I wasn't there an hour before I sent her a text and said, "Hey, throw on something casual, come on up. Let's you should meet these people." I met other people as well, and I can't remember. I'm terrible with names, but I met several other people, all of them interesting people. All of them very, very good with respect to conversation. All of them, there were no conversations. Let me clear this. There were no conversations about religion. There were no conversations that I was involved in. There were no conversations about liberals, conservatives, Republicans, Democrats. Nobody was putting anybody down about anything. It was all great. I would tell you right now, I wish Mike had been there, but I can also tell you that the representation of his channel that was there did him good. I mean, really did. And Mike, if I were you, I would think about that and take some credit, because you have some great followers. You really do. Subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call it. And we were all thinking about you and worried and concerned. I'm going to give you just a little bit of video, because I went prepared to video. In my bag, I had, my camera, my full frame camera, everything else. But I just used my iPhone because I was engaged in conversation with multiple people the entire time. So hats off to you, Mike. We had a good time. Nate, Mogman, what a pleasure. Miyagi, again, what a pleasure. Nice guy. And all of the others who's, quite frankly, my memory's not bad, but I hate trying to remember names. To all of you, we had a great time. So here we go.
Appearances. I would like to see this. They look real, huh?
They were good.
This one looks so real.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Homo Heidelbergensis. Is that how you?
Jinxes.
Wow.
So it's the beginning of the evening, and we're here. DJ is setting up. Fire pit's already lit. Over here, Andy Omar, one of his very beautiful friends. And then Chad, and one of his very beautiful friends.
Arlen.
Arlen?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my wife's name is Arlen. You would think I could remember that. And then Miyagi and Mugman are downstairs getting something. And then we have this stairway. There's Miyagi. And then down there, we have our own private.
You gotta go downstairs.
Arlen's gonna do it down there. Oh, Modman's coming back up. That's kind of strange watching two men come back from the bathroom.
No, this is
together.
big. It's got a shower.
Yeah, sure.
It's got a bench.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
got a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's got lockers to store your stuff. Go down there.
I do not like. Oh my God!
Come on, man.
Yeah, I just.
Oh, shit. Oh, you're fine.
Roman style.
We'll send the video to Mike.
I got money in the back runner.
Oh, he's here now, but my daughter's in front of him. You know where Independence High School is?
Hey, I got money in the back runner. I've got like 10 grand. Probably $70. Stop it, bro. I got it. Don't worry about it.
It is very beautiful, Brad.